But yeah, these toes are starting to, can you feel how this toe's feeling, you know, quite a bit looser? Like if even this one wasn't your bad one, but see the mobility on that one? I don't know if you can feel it. Even the tension in the sides.
Yeah.
Now I can squeeze, I'm squeezing just as hard on this side, and this was your bad toe.
Really?
Yeah. And it's nowhere near as charged anymore. What I call charged, you know, for want of a better word, just to sort of, but it's still bad, but it's like now at the stage where it's probably looser than your other one, which was your good toe. So that's a good, that's like our first milepost, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah. This is quite bad in here. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah. Big breath. And just take a couple of them and just do some gentle work, just stretching it.
Okay, thank you for the gentle work. Yeah. I guess you don't get any results from the, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's like kind of like,
Yeah, you gotta
that's why everybody like goes for the, I guess, the illusion that something's happening if you get into like the sweetness, right?
Yeah, it all feels a bit nice, but you're not getting rid of the chronic deep-seated tension, you know? You're not making that like transformative change in people.
Yeah.
You're just like glancing on the surface.
Yeah. Skin.
Which obviously feels nice, but it's not like productive, you know? Or not very productive. I mean, especially for your body, considering all the massage, you know what I mean? You've had all this massage and chiropractic. It's still really what I call fucked, you know? Yeah, clicked. Do you feel that click?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I might do a little bit of just following up. I don't want to do more than, 2 toes at one go. It's a bit much. Kind of getting into all this stuff here. That's good. Deep breaths. Push your body into that state where it wants to cramp. Oh, that was a good click. Oh, nice. Big toe. You feel that big toe click?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. So big breath. So we're getting rid of the energy that's come up but not come out. It's come up to your belly.
Can you feel it when it's
Yep.
leaving?
Yeah. So we do that through what we call assisted belly breathing.
I mean, I have 10 or 12 years of, or more of, like of this stuff. But imagine if you had 70 years of this.
No, I know. That's why people like got arthritis, they're stiff as boards, all their joints are kind of not working because with tension it pushes all the bones together, and then that affects the joints. That's why people are having knee replacements, and
there's probably not much you can do at 70 years of stuff. Like it's hard to get to.
You're not going to get the same, like getting somebody back from 70 years, you can still do an awful lot of benefit for them.
Okay.
But some damage has been done, so you're not going to get 100%.
But you can make up.
Oh, yeah, huge difference. We had this lady, Phyllis, who I used to work on. She was in her 80s, and the benefit for her was enormous, but it never got to a point, like certain joints on her fingers were so, like the arthritis from the tension had set in, you couldn't, the joints were fused together, Okay. But the benefit was enormous, and she was about to go in a wheelchair, and the massage actually helped stop her going into a wheelchair, and But feel how tight this toe is,
Yeah.
The one I haven't worked on yet,
Yeah.
And even this one's still tight. This one's really tight, But this one was one of your tightest, and now it's it's not as bad. It's still tight, but not as bad. Same with this one. See, they got more. That's why I always say people will thank you after. They'll thank me after, They don't thank me during for some reason. They're preoccupied. Still tight through here, especially, but the bands that are coming from here are the inside of your leg.
Okay.
So the inside of your leg's actually feeling quite a bit looser, Obviously, we could do some work through here and just bring that looseness up. Into that.
This is kind of Thai tough stuff, right?
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of my own variation on some Thai stuff, but similar. They do a lot more like that kind of stretching stuff, but they don't do enough detail on the toes and fingers, you know.
Yeah.
And they don't emphasize deep breathing enough. I remember getting massage that like massage your head through a towel. So I use the towel like a sponge to pick up any energy.
Oh yeah, to protect you.
Yeah.
And you usually shower right after.
Exactly, yeah. And I use like a good, like I like the lemon myrtle Castile soap, or the Dr. Bronner soap can be good. Big breath. Big breath.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some big adjustments there.
That was big.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was right down in your bottom of your cervical spine there.
Wow. I think that's the most intense neck adjustment I've ever had.
Wow.
That one on that side.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as as we gradually get rid of this tension, the spine can start to move back into place too.
Wow. Was that like an unusually big one?
That was a good one.
That was a good
one. Yeah, you could feel that there was a couple of higher up ones, and then one. So I heard three, and then one deep one, like around where you're maybe C7 or it was, or something like that. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, because when you first started, it was just nothing.
No, yeah. I did these tiny ones, right? Like just like So the difference.
So that's
That's showing that your neck is related to the tension in your feet. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and as I do it more and more, we'll get any other vertebrae, and I'll do like click your back into place, and
Wow.
Yeah. So it's much more comprehensive than chiropractic.
That probably probably like shattered the.
No, I think it sounded louder inside your head than anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't that loud.
No, it was loud, but not like I mean, it was like, oh, that sounded great, but it wasn't like ear shattering for us. Yeah.
That sounded like a broken window.
Yeah. How's it feel now?
Good.
Yeah, good.
So that's obvious that it's some stuff's moving out.
Oh yeah, to me it's obvious that we're making good progress, and the whole Sushumna's opening, and you know what I mean. It's kind of like, yeah. So you're doing well. I'll just finish up a bit here.
What's that whole thing with when you press on that the shoulders? What is that? What is that like all about?
It's
like
just
that?
like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of just trying to get that tension out from in here and just get you to let go of it, because a lot of the time when we hold on with our minds as well, so it's like take a deep breath, but it also pushes the air out so we can use, it's like another form of assisted breathing.
Feeling a lot more relaxed.
Oh, good.
That's like really encouraging though, because like I was thinking it, like the fact that you've got a lot of movement from the initial start. That's a real good thing.
It's
right?
really good. Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of a lot of bones and joints and stuff all went into place in your foot and then your neck, So no, it's all good. It's all really good, promising signs. Like you're obviously super tight, but this is working. It's what you need.
Wow.
And I'm glad you came for 4 days so we can, because you need more than just, I mean, we got 2 toes done, and a neck and a lot more in your head. So just.
But if I left right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
yeah,
but I know, but I'm just saying, like, I would feel like something was accomplished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, meaning if I had just come for one, like if I was just.
Yeah, one
Somebody
set.
who
You
could-
still you'd go away feeling different.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of.
It's not like just like, ooh, I've done some preparation work. You don't notice any fucking difference. You know what I mean? No,
exactly,
no. But
exactly.
we've made
That's
some serious progress.
which I feels really nice because it's just like, oh, wow, okay, something's already. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you're already seeing the benefits. And once we imagine when we get all your toes done and your feet done, your hands done, you're going to feel like a new fucking man. You won't even know what it fucking feels like, in a sense. Like you've never felt that, for a long time.
Yeah.
Since you're probably a kid or something, Like a lifetime of tension going, it's going to feel. And I'm not saying we're going to get all of it out. That's a long time, a lifetime. But
the problem, I think, is for also the recognition that as soon as you come out, you're dying. You as a spirit soul, your body's decaying. It's like, of course, you go through the growth period, and then you kind of go on that downhill. And like you're working against the inevitable. You can do up to a point, but then the fact is, it's built in that we're all leaving from this dead matter.
Yeah.
And that we're gonna like the fact that there is something inside us that has no tension.
Yeah, that's right. But at the same time, this is going to make it that you don't leave at 80, you leave at 90.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or 95, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just that, but you're not suffering. Like my great aunt died at 96, but her last few years were in a hospital bed, and she's like, I just want to fucking die,
Yeah.
Whereas if your body's not filled with tension and like misalignments of the spine and fucking this, that, and the other and emotional shit and fucking nerves out of place and your joints all fucked, life gets shitty. It's not just quality.
I was already there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
at 54, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was already looking down the barrel of the shotgun thinking, holy shit, can I go on?
Yeah.
With not being able to, like sleeping 2 or 3 hours a night,
Yeah.
writhing in pain, can't walk, can't play,
Yeah.
Because then what happens to people like us, if we can't walk, we can't exercise, we put on weight, it gets worse.
Yep.
Then we can become more sedentary and it gets worse and worse and worse. And then
You just fucked. Yeah, it's the path to fucking dying early and young. You don't even make it to 70, And then you put on weight, your heart has to pump more blood under more pressure,
Yeah.
All this tension makes it It's much harder for the heart to pump the blood through a tight body than it is through a loose body, you know? Like, it's so much easier on the heart not having tension in your body. I'll just get you to relax a bit and just go inside yourself. A couple more deep breaths. And then just relax there for as long as you want, 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you want. You can go have a little sleep if you want.